Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Take Profits live stream. Today is the 31st of January, the last trading day of the month. Today we have a big day. We got the FOMC coming out in about 4 hours. In about 4 hours. And we will be live streaming that as well for your information. So today's stream is going to be pretty short as a result of that. I will be taking normal trades that I take, even though I'm a bit skeptical to do that, but we got to take the trade. We got to take the trade, because we just never know. So we yesterday was actually a profitable day for those who saw the short from later on. When I left here left the live stream, we were just about to lose our first position, and then we got taken long, and we were in a profitable trade after that. This was the bar we bracketed, and we lost the short. It was actually in profit quite a long time. We were hoping for a longer time, but we didn't, and we managed to get our risk reduced as well, which is good. And then we got taken long around here. Pushed up higher, came back down pretty much to our entry points, which I thought was going to go wrong, and then pushed up even higher and higher and higher and higher today, and it's just gone. Today, so far, it's been pretty much in this range. I'm expecting it to stay there, to be honest. That's why I'm a bit worried about taking this. Well, I'm not worried about it, but I'm a bit skeptical that we're going to get anything out of this trading session, because we are waiting for the FOMC tonight before really the market makes any sort of direction, I believe. So that's the plan. That is the plan, and that is the position we're in. We've got 9 minutes until our trade session essentially starts. We've got no news at the hour, so we should have quite a smooth entry, should I say, into the trade. Yesterday we had news on the hour, and it forced us into that short trade, spiked down, and then which was the losing trade in the end of the day, but it's what it is. So this month we're up $503 already still. Today is the last trading day, so we should have a positive month today. I don't think we'll have a negative month unless FOMC goes terribly wrong. I'll be trading 5 minutes before. I'll be live streaming, should I say, 5 minutes before the FOMC statement, and the stream shouldn't be very long, maybe about 45-50 minutes, maybe an hour. For those that you are interested in that. But yeah, what has happened so far? Not an awful lot in the trading day so far. Let me just double check. We actually have sound on the live stream at the minute. Yeah, the sound like we do. So, not an awful lot, to be honest. We have opened up 53 minutes ago. We opened up on the DOW 10 points away from where we are now, and S&P opened weaker, and the NASDAQ also opened weak, maybe finding a bit of resistance support here at the bottom, but we'll see if that does anything, gets any follow through as we continue to trade here today. Don't know what's going to happen. FOMC is good because you finally get like the few days leading up to FOMC. So the last week, basically from Wednesday, and all of this week so far, it's just been no direction. Really, no direction. I mean, I know we have had this and we've had this, but if you look from where the actual market opens, it's just very small directional movements. And yeah, the directional movements seem to get pent up until pretty much until until Wednesday, and then it all gets let out at in one go when the FOMC statement comes out. So it's usually quite fun. Just checking here that I just put my take profit to a standard 100 points so that I don't have to keep changing it all the time. So yeah, so hopefully after today we're going to get a bit more movement in the next few days, because it's been painfully slow the last couple of days, and I don't really want to continue trading that sort of movement. It's just a lot of these trades that I do when the market's working in an environment that is similar to how it's been backtested, a lot of trades will be executed and will be completed within 15 to 30 minutes. Whereas the last 2 weeks, I've been waiting until late evening until the trade is completed, and it's just slow, painful, and I've not been able to complete a lot of the trades as a result on stream. I've been finishing the stream pretty early, 5 p.m. local time, and heading off and doing other things whilst I wait for the trades to play out, see which way it's gonna decide to go. So yeah, it's been one of those weeks pretty much, and yeah, we'll see how today goes. We're looking forward to FOMC though. Always a fun thing to trade. Don't trade it straight away off the open. Trade it, not off the open, but off the statement. Trade it 40 minutes after. So the fourth 10-minute bar that completes, then we'll bracket that one, and we trade that as what we call a rule of 4. So we bracket the fourth 10-minute bar, and that is the one that we will use to enter our trade, long or short, whichever one gets triggered first. It can be quite explosive. I've had it before where it's like 90, 100 points in a couple of seconds. I just get my stop loss to break even as soon as possible, and I've had it before when it's super slow, never really done much. So we'll see how today goes. But we've got 2 minutes now, 2 minutes 20 seconds until we bracket this bar. It's quite a big bar actually. It's 70 points. So we'll see what's going to happen here. Don't want it to finish on its low though. It's yeah, it's just in this range at the minute, between 589, 590 and 717, so 120, 130 point range. I'm gonna put a buy order in at 694.
Order working.
So order will currently be at, it's probably about 100 points this one. Yeah, it's exactly 100 points currently. May increase shortly. 3594 will be where the sell order is at. If the bar doesn't increase. So it's quite a big bar, so I'm going to be looking at trying to get my stop loss down as soon as possible once one of the trades has been triggered. We'll have a look once we've got the orders in to see where the logical place will be to get the stop loss to, and we see how it goes. Yeah, 100 points is quite a large risk when we're only playing for 100 points essentially as well. But it is what the strategy demands, so we follow the strategy, right? And that is part of discipline. $98, 90, is it low is at 99, so I think I feel comfortable to put the stop loss in. No, sorry, the trading
order working.
So it's gonna be like that. So we got 100 points risk for 100 points reward, basically, on both of these trades. We'll see what happens, huh? But as I said, it's going to be quite a quick stream today. I think I'm going to clock off in half an hour. Even if the trades haven't completed today, just because the FOMC is later and I want to prepare for that and also spend some time with my family as well. As it is my weekend, so I would be happy to do that as well. S&P is not really looking very strong today. The NASDAQ, I mean, look at this. Look at this. The Dow's been making new highs the last few days, huh? But the NASDAQ's just been weak. It's been super weak, the NASDAQ, recently. Let's see if we get triggered here. I mean, the Dow is pretty much sitting at its highs. It's like 100 points off its highs. Yes, the NASDAQ, I think, is 400 points off its highs, huh? All-time highs. S&P is also weaker than the Dow. It's about 50 points off its high. But yeah, it's the Dow is the strongest definitely at the minute. So what do we want to do? We want to go long the strongest market and short the weakest market, essentially. Yeah, that makes sense. So really, we don't want to go trigger short here. But if that's what the strategy defines, then that's what the strategy defines. I will try and get my stop loss down at some point. There's not really anywhere that's very good to get it down to, because the last few 5-minute bars have been all negative. And then the 1-minute chart, you can never really use the 1-minute chart so effectively to get decide where you put your stop loss. But we'll see. We got a high here and a high here. If we really want to reduce, we can reduce it. It might be a good idea on a day like today, where I am expecting a good ranging market until the FOMC statement tonight. But hopefully we get triggered before I have to go. Because that would be annoying if we just sat here and don't actually see any action for the next half an hour. But the NASDAQ is, yeah, what I was saying about the NASDAQ is just going lower and lower and lower at the minute. It's at the bottom of it. It's been playing in a range space over the last few weeks. Well, last week or so. Some old support and resistance boxes that I must have drawn. But yeah, you can see in the last couple of days it's just been a mix. It's been very much in a range. So I'll be interested to see if it kicks out of that range today, or if it does actually drop further. Because it's not really had a break to the upside of the range yet. It's potentially attempting to break to the downside now, but it's not done anything just yet. Dow is trying to go lower by the looks of things, and the S&P is still pushing lower for now. Got some volume down here on the S&P though, so don't know if that is going to be a good signal if we want to go short the Dow. Don't really want to go short the Dow here, but the strategy calls for it, so that's what we do. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to get short or not, but it is at the bottom of the range, and 38,600, it seems that there's quite a lot of volume there relative to the surroundings. They might be trying to stop it from going lower. We had that yesterday actually on down here at 38,400, I think it was. Yeah, we had quite a lot of volume here yesterday. 38,400. Just try and stop it going lower. But unfortunately we were already short, and yeah, that was the 38,400 was the mark that I said if we go past that. It was at 95, 38,395. If we go past that, and then we move our stop down, but we didn't get past that, unfortunately, and so we didn't get our stop down to even less, because I'd already moved the stop already by that point. But I wanted to move it down to almost break even, but I wasn't able to do that, unfortunately. So that's why we had that first loser yesterday. Yeah, so there's definitely some volume down here on the S&P. Whether it's gonna force it back up, don't know. The NASDAQ's just, yeah, I think the NASDAQ's just gonna be stuck between 17,400 and 350, 50, maybe 70 point range, maybe 80 points until we actually have the FOMC statement tonight. Don't know what the Dow is going to do. Don't know if we're going to get 100 points. Dow's pushing again. Looks like we're going to about to get taken short. See if it breaks this 600. Yeah, taken short.
Stop filled.
See if we get some follow through. One minute bar finishing now. Let's see if we get follow through on the next bar. If we don't, then it's not looking good, I don't think. It's just a small sweep of the lows. And we may see lower prices a bit later, but see if we get this follow through. Did the S&P push lower? Still trying. Still at the bottom of that volume that it's found here, down here. Are those people trying to buy a fallen knife? Don't know. There is some double bottoms down here that they may have found. Got early buyers in there. There's definitely some sort of zone here that's indicated a lot of volume in the past. So it could be those people stepping in now, essentially, that have seen that. But yeah, I don't know how this one's gonna go. I have a feeling I know how it's gonna go. Hopefully you can still see me. Well, I'm back in this small room today, so well, we don't have a desk, and it means that it's kind of uncomfortable here. But we'll make do with what we've got. Well, on the 1 minute bar, we didn't get the follow through at all. We got a good, strong down bar on the 1 minute, and then this is what I talk about a lot on the stream. Actually, is then it actually quite often gets a reversal bar straight away. Don't know why. Don't have a clue. I mean, look, strong trend bar to the upside, straight away down. Yeah, we get follow through later, but that doesn't always happen. Once again here, strong. It tends to happen quite a lot where we seem to have got some slippage here. Let me just put that in the right spot. It seems to happen quite a lot where you get double tops and stuff like that, that you get a strong, what's called an exhaustion bar, and it's like a final push lower before, in this case, final push lower before they give up, the bears, and they let the bulls take over. It happens quite a lot, but it's not something that I ever really use. Happens all time frames. It's just price action basically. I don't know why it happens at all. But we are taking shorts on the Dow, as I've said. We have swept these lows and we've swept them very shallowly, and I don't think we're going to get much lower prices, but I'm hoping I'm wrong. I'm really hoping I'm wrong. We've taken this trade because the strategy tells us to take this trade, so that's why we're in it. Ironically, everything else is pushing lower, but as I said, we are now short the strongest market, unfortunately. That's not where you want to be. You want to be long the strongest market, short the weakest market. The weakest market is the NASDAQ at the minute. Well, since they opened, the S&P is by far the weakest market. But for the last few days, the NASDAQ has been by far the weakest market. Thing is, we have got a lot of risk on this trade because we've got 100 points risk basically. And sorry about that. We've got 100 points of risk on this trade, which is quite a lot of risk for what I normally risk. But it is what the strategy is. But what I would normally try and do is get the stop down as quick as possible. And the thing is, especially on the 5-minute chart, there's not really anywhere to put that right now. So we could move it down to 38.63, 640, something like that. But that would be very arbitrary. Not really any sense behind it. It's just literally above these two past bars. Because we've had that bar that has made a lower low. So if we wanted to, we could move it down here, but there's not much point at the minute when we've only gone into profit by 93. We've gone into profit by 7 points. So I would rather get into profit a bit more if it does go into profit before moving the stop loss. The S&P is pushing through this resistance here. This support, sorry. Yeah. It's bringing the Dow with it, thankfully. The S&P and the Dow are usually quite well correlated. And the S&P is going for it in a minute. And it's just brought my trade back into profit as well. For a second anyway. NASDAQ's trying to push lower as well. Just finished the 5-minute bar. Watch this. And the 15-minute bar actually. And it's finished on its lowers. Let's see. This is what I was talking about a minute ago. Let's see if we just get an instant reversal bar on this or not. If we go below this low on this 15-minute bar, then we can move the stop down to 40, like we were talking about. I'm happy to move it down on the 15-minute bars rather than the 5-minute bars. Yeah, look at this again, exactly the same. Finished on the lows, big exhaustion bar, and we've got a reversal candle forming at the minute. Same on the NASDAQ, we're at the double bottom. People are thinking, oh no, we need to go long shorts. We need to get shorts. We're moving out. We're moving on the move. Not FOMC, but FOMO. You often see big pushes like that towards the end of 5-minute bars and 15-minute bars. Obviously the 15-minute bars coincide with the end of the 5-minute bars, so you often see those pushes quite to the end of those 5-minute bars, and it's just a sign to me that the next bar is going to be the opposite way. I talked about it pretty much every stream the last week because we've been in that position the whole time now, the last couple of weeks. Yeah, so that last 5-minute bar was a bit of a tricker. I think we're just going to see high prices now as a result. See how this 5-minute bar finishes, but I think we are going to see higher prices on at least the S&P and the DOW. Don't know how high it'll go, but I think it's gonna go higher. I think people got tricked into selling lower here. They saw the momentum and coming up to a 5-minute bar, and boom, they got tricked. Unfortunately, I'm in there somehow with them. Yeah, this is just crap, isn't it? And it's exactly what I said was going to happen. It's annoying at the minute, this market. I'm just sick of this slow movement. Just going nowhere. Nowhere. Just staying in a big range at the minute. Just waiting for this FOMC to get out of the way and then I can get back to some normal trading. The thing is, we're short the strongest market, and people are seeing a double bottom here. People are seeing on the ES some resistance here, some support here. People are seeing bottom in a range on the NASDAQ, and we are short the strongest market of all three of them. And I've only done it because that's what the strategy calls for. But it's freaking annoying that we're getting caught up in all this crap. Would much rather be short the weakest market, which since the open has been the S&P. Even the NASDAQ's been weaker. The way I'm supposed to be weaker overall, but fundamentally it's weaker at the minute, the NASDAQ. But the Dow's been the strongest for at least a week now, and we're just getting caught up in all this crap that the NASDAQ and the S&P are doing, because it's not letting the Dow do what it wants to do, which is essentially go higher, which has been doing, but slowly, and at a much slower rate than what it would like to do, because of the other two markets basically. I am hoping, because I mean, the last couple of weeks we have been at some points long the Dow, and that was the strongest market on the day, and that's a position I'd rather be in. But the other two were dragging it down. The S&P and the NASDAQ, they weren't letting it do what it wanted to do again, because there was no confidence in those two, so there was less confidence in the Dow as well. And yeah, eventually the Dow gave up. And we saw lower prices on it. That was last week. I'm hoping that's what's going to be the case here. Eventually the Dow is just going to give up, and that people are going to get taken into negative. They're going to get out of the buy positions that they're in now, and then they're going to liquidate more sellers as well. But it's not looking good at the minute. It's just a range bound market. But in a couple of minutes here, I am going to finish the live stream for today, and I'll be back around 5 minutes before the FOMC statement comes out, and we'll see what the trades got up to then. We'll do a quick review of that, these trades, and then we can get into the FOMC as well. So yeah, I don't know what's going to happen. NASDAQ's actually pushing lower. The S&P is also trying. Dow's just trying to push higher by the looks of it. So I don't really know what's going to happen. But we'll leave it. We'll see what it does. And hope that we do finally see lower prices on the Dow as well for today. And yeah, other than that, I'd like to thank you once again for tuning in, if you did tune in, and wish you all the best, and I will see you 5 minutes before the FOMC tonight. Have a good rest of your morning, and see you soon. Bye bye.